Good afternoon, class. So let us continue our discussion with our gram-positive bacilli. Okay, let us begin first with Listeria monocytogenes. Now, these organisms, class, they are an important cause of a wide spectrum of diseases among humans and animals. Okay, actually, they are capable of surviving in a wide range of environment. And then, one thing that I want you to remember regarding this bacteria is that they are an important foodborne pathogens. Okay? They are important foodborne pathogens. Lalo na yung mga food products class na yung mga frozen foods, cold cuts, or even dairy products. Diyan sila mas predominant. Now, why is that? Okay? Bakit kayang-kaya nila makasurvive sa ganong klaseng environment? Because these organisms class, they are actually capable of surviving at refrigerator temperature, usually 3 to 4 degrees Celsius. Kaya nila mabuhay dyan. And then aside from this one, they are also capable of surviving even in low pH environment, very acidic. Okay, and then also, they are also capable of tolerating high salt concentration up to 10% of sodium chloride. Now, morphologically, these organisms class, they are short, gram-positive, non-spore-forming bacilli. They are also catalase positive, and bile esculin hydrolysis positive. Also, they are highly motile organisms with a very unique type of motility. We usually refer to it as tumbling or end-over-end motility, or mas commonly class yung tumbling motility. Now, this motility class is very important for the identification of these organisms kasi unique nga naman yan para sa kanila. And then aside from this one, it will differentiate it from the diphtheroids. Okay? This type of motility will differentiate it from diphtheroids. Now, take note class that this motility, okay, it is only, or rather, it can only be ano ba yan, okay? Okay, take 2. This motility class, it can only be demonstrated at temperatures of 22 to 28 degrees Celsius. It can only be demonstrated at 22 to 28 degrees Celsius, but at 37 degrees Celsius class, take note, it is already inhibited. Okay, it is already inhibited at 37 degrees Celsius. Now, when it comes to their growth characteristic and culture, okay, this bacteria class, they grow well in blood agar plate, okay, exhibiting now a small zone of hemolysis. Small zone of hemolysis on blood agar plate. And then, biochemically, they are facultative anaerobic bacteria, catalase positive, and esculin hydrolysis positive. And then biochemically also, they are regarded as acid producers, but not gas producers. Okay? They produce acid, but not necessarily gas. Okay? Now, this acid production, it is from the utilization of a variety of sources of carbohydrates. And then, aside from this one, they also exhibit an inverted Christmas tree, or inverted umbrella pattern, especially on tube media. Okay? Inverted Christmas tree or umbrella pattern sa tube media natin. Now, the primary virulence factor of your Listeria monocytogenes is your Listeriolysin O. Listeriolysin O, it is the main virulence factor produced by this bacteria. Now, ano tong Listeriolysin O na ito, class? This Listeriolysin O, it is a primary bacterial determinant responsible for the escape of bacteria in vacuole once eaten by phagocytes. Okay, so with that, to sum it up, your Listeria monocytogenes is actually capable of surviving phagocytosis. That is why we regard it also as intracellular pathogen. Kasi kayang-kaya nilang makasurvive even sa loob ng ating mga phagocytes. Okay? Intracellular pathogen. Now, infections caused by this organism, we refer it to as listeriosis. Now, this listeriosis, it is actually a serious infection, primarily of the neonates and pregnant women. Okay, so dalawa actually ang very susceptible dito when it comes to listeriosis, the newborn patients and the pregnant women. Okay, now aside from these two, susceptible hosts, immunocompromised hosts are also affected by these organisms. Now, this can be acquired through ingestion of contaminated food products. As I said a while ago, diba? It can be acquired through ingestion of contaminated food products such as meat or chicken, dairy products, and even coleslaw. Basta yung mga processed foods class, okay? Ingestion of food products. Okay? Now, bakit siya natatransfer? Or rather, bakit na-aapektuhan yung mga newborns? These organisms class could actually be passed through to the fetus via vertical transmission. Pag sinabi nating vertical transmission class, it can be passed through the, or rather, vertical transmission class, it is also known as transplacental transfer, diba? Okay? Vertical transmission, it is also known as transplacental transfer. So, actually pala, yung mga infected mothers natin, pwede niya mapasa yun sa fetus through this kind of transmission. Okay, vertical transmission, also known as transplacental transfer.